one on top of another, just like that. So that the bottom I could fill with a Pelican 1500 foam. You could get the foam to replace it for like $10, and put all my computer stuff in there. And then the top one, it'll fit a thermos, like your MSR stove, whatever other little knickknacks that you would need. And if you do a good job and patch it up like that, you can paint it up with some sort of plastic adhering paint, and then call it a day. Not bad, but I really didn't like the idea of having to split the two things and then drill even more holes in it, and it ended up being rather cumbersome. But now in hindsight, I'm more leaning towards actually buying this one. However, before this arrived in the mail, I kind of jumped the gun and purchased this. Now this is an Army surplus case for aviators' night vision imaging systems, whatever that is. Some sort of infrared goggles, probably worn by helicopter pilots or whatever. Really, really nice case. I mean, top of the notch build. I mean, it's slightly used. $30. AOS, I think it's AOSsurplus.com is a place called Adams Ordnance, and they got a ton of them. And it's in really good shape. You can see that, it's all functional. I mean, it's got the spring-loaded handles, pressure relief valve, and of course the coolness factor of, something on your bike that says U.S. property, And the latching mechanism is really, really nice. I mean, it's not this single action latch that the other ones have. This just pops up. And the nice thing about the Pelicans is that it has a fair amount of force to it, so you're confident that everything's going to stay in one piece. This may be a little overkill for what you're doing, because instead of just having 1 or 2 latches here, which is not too bad to take off, and it's got a real nice spring-loaded action, you got 6 of them, one around to each side. So you can, if you're inept and uncoordinated like me, it can be quite a hassle, right? But they make a nice mechanical pop when they open, and the whole thing just opens up. Now, this actually just arrived in the mail today. Still got the foam in it for whatever was in there before, which is a nice touch, because if you want to use it for other purposes, you got the foam. But if you look closely, it's fairly greasy and kind of disgusting. Then again, this is all used. If you take up the foam, see, you got a fair amount of space, but if you look down there, you got this like oily, disgusting residue at the bottom. Not bad. A little acetone will take that right out. The same applies for the top. Top's not so disgusting, but very, very solid. It's made out of, I'm not sure exactly what it's made out of, because apparently the Army doesn't put those little triangle markers. I think maybe some sort of polypropylene or polystyrene. I think this stuff's made out of, I don't know, some crazy composite. Very comparable to the Pelican case, which is some sort of, you can find that out, some sort of ballistics plastic or something. I don't know. The problem here with this one is that you try to put it back together, and you got to like fiddle around with it, really crank down on it. You got to do this 6 times if you want to get the nice, airtight seal. They're all spring-loaded, so you're constantly having to fight the springs in 3 different directions. Get everything closed. It's a little bit of a hassle, but not bad considering it's $29. And it's probably a lot more rugged than anything you can get from GV or you know, I wouldn't say touratech because I've never owned anything from touratech, but if touratech makes something half as good as this, it'd probably be pretty darn good. And of course, the manual pressure release for air. If you got the barometric pressure, that will let you open your airtight luggage. Same applies for these. These are a threaded piece. And then there's your benchmark, which is the, you know, the wannabe that came from J.C. Whitney. Now that's like $70, right? And is nowhere near as good as this, but it's aesthetically pleasing and has a release mechanism, and the latching mechanism is fairly, you know, confidence-inspiring, because you got that and that pops down. However, this has been crashed, so it's kind of broken, and comes with a nice mount, so you don't need to adulterate the bottom of this. All the rest of these require holes to be drilled in the bottom, which kind of sucks. But it's the price you pay, considering this is $70. That I got $40 shipped. That's also $40 shipped, and that's $20, but probably not worth your money. Unless, like, you're doing light duty stuff. It's not waterproof or airtight like the rest of these. Then again, once you get the mounting and all those holes down, these probably won't be either. But not bad. So there you have it. I hope this gives you guys a little you know, perspective as to what you can get for a top box that's not a commercial piece of luggage, and will probably work better than any commercial piece of luggage that you can buy for your motorcycle. And plus, for, you know, KLR people like myself, it adds that you know, Mad Max appeal, you know. Alright, thanks for watching.